Good morning, students. Welcome to this video. Students, this video is about determiners, and here I'm going to discuss about the different types of determiners. There was a video which I uploaded some days back, and that was only about articles, a subgroup of determiners. Let us try to recall about determiners. I've explained in my previous video that determiners are words that are used before nouns. Now students, today we are going to discuss about the different classification, different types of determiners. One subgroup we already discussed in the previous video, that was about articles. Today I'm going to teach you about the other groups of determiners, and first we are going to discuss about a group which is called demonstrative determiners. Demonstrative determiners. Now, what are demonstrative determiners and why we use demonstrative determiners? We use demonstrative determiners to point at a particular object. Now, suppose books are lying and I'm pointing towards a particular book, and if I say, bring me this book or bring me that pen, okay? So here when we use the demonstrative determiners, you have to check the noun, whether the noun is singular or it is plural. That is one thing. And another thing is you have to check the distance also. If it is very close, then you have to use certain determiners. If it is at a distance, then you have to use certain determiner. For example, the demonstrative determiners are this, that, these, and those. Now let me explain you the use of all this. This, the first one, when the object you are pointing is very close to you and it is singular, you have to use this. Bring me this book. Okay? Bring me this pen. Bring me this shirt. So I'm talking about a singular noun and I'm pointing towards a noun which is very close to me. So I'll use this. The next one is that. When the thing or the object which I'm talking about is at a distance and it is singular. I repeat once again, when the thing which I'm talking about is little far from me, it's at a distance and it is singular, then I'll say, bring me that book, bring me that pen, bring me that shirt. Understood? So this and that both are used to talk about singular things. This is used when the object is closer, and that is used when the object is at a distance, and both are used with singular nouns. Now coming to the next two, these and those. Now if I'm talking about things in plural and they are close to me, then I'll say these. Bring me these books, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, and those books are lying very close to me, so I'll say bring me these books. Bring me these sweets. Bring me these clothes. These. And those, the things are at a distance and plural in number. So bring me those books. Bring me those pencils. Bring me those boxes. We can say like that. So I hope the use of demonstrative determiners is clear to you. We also have some more, like such. Such. When I use such, I point towards a certain group of people. Like for example, when I say, never trust such people at all. Such people means I'm pointing towards a particular group of people who are similar in their habits and behavior. So for talking about those things, we use such. Okay? Such people are dangerous. Okay? Then comes same, can also be used as a demonstrative determiner. He is the same person whom I met yesterday. Same. And we have another one, certain. That is also used as demonstrative determiner. Certain things are bound to happen. I'm talking about here also, I'm pointing towards a particular group of things. Certain things are bound to happen. Certain people should not be trusted. So there I can use certain. So all this comes under the category of demonstrative determiners. I hope this part is clear. Then we'll move to another very important part of determiners, and that is about possessives. Possessive determiners. Now, possessive determiners, they also refer to noun in a specific way. For example, it talks about ownership. It talks about belonging. If I say, this is my pen, my is the possessive. This is your book, your is possessive. It is their house, there, it belongs to them, so there. It belongs to me, my. Belongs to him, his. Belongs to her, that will remain her. Belongs to you, your. So when we talk about ownership, belongings, then we use this possessive. Possessives, they are my, our, your, his, her, its, and their. I repeat once again, something that belongs to me, I'll use there my. As I told you, this is my book, this is my house, this is my pen, this is my book, etc. So when it belongs to me, when I talk about something of which I'm the owner, I'll use my. And something that belongs to us, okay, I'm also included, you're also included, something that belongs to us. This is our school, no, our house, our pen, our car. So we'll use our. Something that belongs to you, you will use your. Belongs to him is his, belongs to her, that is her. And its, its. If we write it apostrophe s, it becomes it is, but here it is its, its, when the gender is not confirmed. The dog is wagging its tail. Okay? The child is crying in its mother's arms. There, something that belongs to them is there. So these are all about possessive determiners. I hope you have understood it. Your, you can also use yours. No, sorry, yours is different. That will become your. This is your house. Okay. Then we'll move to the next type of determiner, which is quantitative determiners. Quantitative determiners, which talks about the amount, the quantity, how much, how many, how much. That comes under quantitative determiners. Quantitative determiners. It tells us about how much or how many. Okay. The degree of the noun, okay, refers to the quantity or degree of the noun. Suppose degree of the noun, like he is much happy, is very sad. So it talks about the degree of happiness or the degree of sadness. So we have some examples here, like little, few, many, much, more, enough, some, all, any, etc. So I'm going to discuss about this quantitative determiners here. Little, quantity is very less, few. Same thing, very less, many, large, much, it is also large one, more, you can understand. Enough, enough means the amount that is required, enough. Some, it is in plural, maybe 1, 2, 3, whatever, but not so much, okay. All, whatever is there, all. Any, so any is usually used with negative sentences. We use any with negative sentence. Let me explain you little and few. Now little is used, both are used to talk about very less quantity. Now little is used with uncountable nouns and few is used with countable nouns. But little and few, when you use just little and few, it talks about, it has a negative meaning. It means hardly, okay, hardly any. There is little water in the glass, means very less, almost like no water in the glass. When I said there is a little, means something. And the little, we have little, a little, the little. Then we have few, a few, the few. Both are used to talk about very less quantity, and both talk about, little talks about uncountable and few talks about countable. Few, say mangoes, little water, little oil, little happiness. No? So as I told you, when you talk about a very small quantity, a little, and when you already know that there is a small quantity and you talk about that, then you will use the little. Similarly, the few. He has a few friends, means just one or two. And when I already know that he has a few friends and I talk about that few friends, I'll say the few friends he has are all very good. Then comes many, that is whenever you talk about more in number, there were many people at the concert. So many people. Much, he has much money. More, I've told you, more, I need more money. Enough, that means whatever is required, I have enough stock for a week, enough stock of food grains for a week. That means whatever is needed for a week, I have that. Some, as I told you, like, may I request you for some water, some bread. All, when you talk about all, like, I kept on working all day or the whole day. And any, there weren't any people at the meeting. So generally if the sentence is negative, where not is used, you can use any with them. So students, these are all about the demonstrative determiners. And now let me tell you, there are some determiners which are called numeral determiners. This is the last part about the classification of determiners. Numeral. Okay? Two types of numerals are there. One group is 1, 2, 3. No? All these are also numeral determiners. We have, yes. And we have another one where we have first, second, third, fourth. That is also numeral. First, second, third, fourth, last, like that. All this also comes under determiners. Give me one or a pen. Give me 2 pens. Like that you can say. There are 4 boys sitting there. So we can use like that. And you have to remember these things. All these 2 groups of numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have first, second, third, fourth. This also comes under determiners. Then we have some words comes under, question words are there, that also comes under determiners, like which, what, whose, no? All these also can be determiners. Which book, if I say, which book is yours? Which house is yours? No? I can say like, what name do you go by? Whose book is this? Like that I can say these words comes under determiners. And then we have like distributive determiners. Words such as each, every, either, neither, several, other, another. All these words comes under distributive, which belongs to a, we talk about a group, but still in a group we talk individually about one individual, one person, or one thing. Suppose each boy in the class was given a prize, and you will use each when the number is limited. And when it refers to a very large group, then you will use every. Every Indian should love his motherland. So when the limit is more, you will use every. Either means you are talking between two, and you talk about one between the two. And when you say neither, you talk of two and none of them, okay? Neither he nor his brother were present. So, neither party is ready for the compromise. Two groups are quarreling and neither of them are agreeing for compromise. Several means 1, 2, 3, 4, more in number. Several houses. The other day, like that. Another effort, another try. So all these are distributive determiners. So students, in this video I have explained you about different groups of determiners. Watch the video very carefully, and when you know the usage, go through the examples, then you will be able to solve the questions based on the different groups of determiners. Thank you for watching this video.